Welcome to a new class of PowerPoint. In this class, we're going to learn everything about drawing and rest of the home menu. In our previous class, we have completed everything that you need to know about the home menu, such as slides, clipboard, font, and paragraph. And the last of the things that remain are the drawing and rest of the home menu. So let's cover them up too. So without any further ado, let's open up PowerPoint on our device and get started with our class. Just make sure to not skip any part. As you can see from my screen, I have opened up PowerPoint. Now, slide and inside, I'm only going to be keeping my text box. So there we go, we have our text box. Now, let's go off to the home menu. Here, we're going to start off with the drawing. Another thing what I want to show you is that what if you do not have your own text box? What if you have to work with a blank presentation? So, to create a text box, go off to your drawing section of your home menu, and you will also find the same thing in insert. Okay? But if you go off to home and the drawing section, first off comes the shape attributes and the shape tools. This whole thing basically helps you to create your own shape. But what or why is it connected to making a text box? This thing or this icon which you see at the left top corner of this drawing tool or the drawing section is basically the text box. Right after you click on this text box, your cursor will turn into something like this. And then you can make your own type of text box just by clicking on your mouse with your left mouse key. And then you can see it has turned into some kind of pointer. And then just drag it. And there you go. You have your text box and you'll be able to apply your text inside. And if you just remove it, it has been removed. Now there are other shapes which you'll be able to create. So among them, a text box is also termed as a shape because inside your shapes, these other ones, you will also be able to apply your text, but in the middle. So just in case I want to create, let's say a rectangle. And if I just double click on it, you can see the cursor will basically be appearing up inside of this box. So you'll be able to apply your text inside here. Now, there are a lot of these categories of shapes which you'll be able to use. Maybe if I want to create a line, I'll be able to create lines. There we go. Now, if I want to make curvy lines, I can also make curvy lines. You can also make it with this pen tool over here. You can also go off to home, and we also have this curvy lines over here. Select, 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 and you'll be able to curve it anytime you want to. Okay, so that is basically how it works. So I'm going to press on escape and your shape is done. You can undo all of these processes if you want to. So there are a lot of these shapes. Now, another thing or a hack which I will suggest you to do is how you can create an exact perfect shape. So if you just click on the circle, obviously you will not be able to create a circle unless you actually, customize it properly like this. Looks quite perfect, right? But what if I told you there is an easier method? If you just hold on a shift on your keyboard while creating a shape, it's going to create a perfect shape for you, no matter which size and which orientation it is on. There we go. You can also remove it anytime you want. It is not only applicable on circles. Maybe if I want to make a rectangle, you can see I can also make a perfect square over here. I can even make a perfect oval if I want to. You can see there we go. We have this oval over here. And I can also create more. Maybe if I want to create a perfect, let's say this lightning, you can see this is how it looks like. But if I hold on a shift, it's going to be perfect sized. Okay, you'll be able to rotate it anytime you want to. There we go. And this is how it will look. You can also remove it anytime you want. Now, the next thing what we need to know about is, let's say, there we go. We have this button, which basically helps you to navigate it without extending the whole shape section. Okay, but if you just press on this, the whole thing will open up and then you'll be able to apply the shape which you want to select. Then we have is arrange. First off, let's apply a couple of shapes, maybe this one. And if I just click on this one and maybe like this one. Okay, there we go. We have 3 of these shapes. Now, what I want to do is that I want to arrange them step by step. First thing, what I'm going to do is go off to home, go off to arrange, and you can bring them front or back. So if I want to send to back, I can also send it to back. I can also send it to whole back. Now you will basically see it is also under the circle over here. One thing what I want to do over here is I'm going to reduce out the transparency so that we can check it out. So one thing what I'm going to do over here is we have this shape fill option over here. Click on that, and then we're going to go off the texture options over here. And we also have the colors, which you'll be able to customize. But if you just click on that, go off the format shape, you'll be able to fix in the transparency. So I'm going to increase it just in case. Okay, that is totally perfect. Now you can see this is at the top, right? Now, what if I want to send it one step back? So if I just click on this, send to back, now this has been sent to back. Send to back again, send to back again, and there we go. We can select this part up. You can move it anytime you want to. You can also select up this part. You'll be able to move it anytime you want to. And you can also take it like at the top if you want to. So maybe I'm going to click on this over here, and I'm going to change the color into, let's say, orange. Now this is way better. Now, if I select on this and if I click on this and bring to front, now you can see this is at the top, so I'll not be able to select the bottom part. So if I send it to back again, arrange, send to back, and I'll be able to use this. I will also be able to use this if I want to. There we go. Okay. So this is basically how you'll be able to arrange your elements, you can send to forward or backward. Now, about selection of objects. Just the same way we have selected our slides, we can do the same thing over here. If you hold on a shift, you'll be able to select up parts. There we go. You can also select on control and select up parts. So maybe in case control, select, you'll be also able to select this one too. And then what you can do is go off to arrange and you can group them up if you want to. And you can also ungroup them if you want to. The shortcut key for grouping is you can go off over here and you can ungroup them anytime you want to. Okay, so that is basically how it works. Select up all of them, go off to arrange, and you can also regroup them if you want to. So if you group them once and then you ungroup them, you will have the option of regrouping them back together again, no matter wherever your text or wherever your element is. Once, so first off, if you drag this out, you can see it is still inside the shape. So if I just drag this, and you can see you'll be able to customize it. But if I click on anywhere in the slide, and if I move this, all of these are still together. So I'll be selecting all of them. And if I just ungroup it, it will be ungrouped. But if I just, select this and move out, and if I go off arrange and regroup, it will be regrouped again. No matter where it is, it will still be regrouped. Okay? Now, the next option we have is quick styles. But first off, we have alignments. You can align all of them left, but as this is all grouped up, it is not moving left. So I'm going to ungroup them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on over here, align, align left. All of them is now on the left. I can also align them at the center. I will be able to align them at the right, align them top. And what I can do is also align them, distribute them horizontally. So if I reduce the shape, there we go. Keep them over here, select all of them. Click on over here, align, align horizontally. There we go. We have aligned them horizontally. And I'm also going to align, distribute them vertically too. So all of them has the exact shape, or let's say the exact position or the exact spacing. Now what I can do is align all of them left. So now all of them are left. Okay. So that is basically how you'll be able to align them easier and faster at the same time. So the next option which remains is the rotate. Okay, you can also align align to slide or align selected objects. So if you want to rotate them, you can also rotate them anytime you want to, and you can also flip them. And you can also go off to more option of rotation, and you can fix out the heights, width, scale, and you can fix out the box positions, everything. You can march. You can also merge them together. You can also shrink them, resize them, and everything that you need to do is going to be over here. The last option we have is selection pane, which is basically going to help you to actually keep them where you want. So you can see over here, we have rectangle at the bottom and the circle at the top. So I can just also take this down and it will be at the bottom. I can also take this rectangle at the bottom, it will be at the bottom. If I want this at the top, I can also take this at the top and it will still be on the top. Okay? So you can do the same things on each and every object and even on text box or maybe even just text. The next option which remains over here is the quick styles. You'll be able to apply quick styles to any of your elements, even text. So if I put any text over here, select up this box, quick styles, and I will be able to apply any text I want and any color I want. There we go. This is how it should look like. Okay, there we go. All of these are over here. It's just going to save up a bit of time just by applying the color, whichever one you want. Okay, so this is basically how it works. So I'm going to click on this element again. Quick styles, there we go. So we have the outlines and also the text. The next one is shape fill, which is basically going to help you change the color of the shape. And you'll be able to use standard colors, recent colors, no color, no fill, no color or more. You can also use the eyedropper to select any specific color like this. You can also go off over here. And you can also apply a picture if you want to. So I'm going to go off from a file. And if I select on this, the color will be, or the picture will be applied. And you can also use like stock images if you want to, but I would suggest you not using because obviously there are copyright laws. So you can go off the picture. You can go off from icons. You can apply icons too. So just in case, maybe I want to use any specific icon from stock. So I'm just going to wait for a bit until the icon platform shows up. There we go. We have icons here. If I want to select this insert, it will be applied over here. Okay. So there are a couple of methods of which shape fill you want. You can also use gradients. You can also use, let's say, texture. Okay. And you can also download more texture and use more elements over here. It will just open up the format shape platform. Okay. Now the next thing is going to be about shape outline. You can also apply shape outline. Select up any color. You can also apply high contrast. You can also use weights, like different weights of outline. You can use different sketches and even specific dashes if you want to. So I'm going to increase up the size so you can check it out more properly. There we go. And even dashes. You also have more lines, which you'll be able to create just from over here. And you can also fix up the arrow dash type over here, fix it up. Cap size, you can fix it to make it round or flat if you want to. You can also fix in the join type. I also want it round. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to select this and there we go. We have it rounded right now. You can also make it flat if you want to. Cap type, I want square, and join type, I want it bevel. So if you zoom in, it's going to be a lot more beveled than you think, and you'll be able to navigate through the platform if you want to. There we go. So this is how it should look like. You can go off over here. There we go. This is how it should look. Now, the next thing, I'm going to select up this box again. You can also turn it off and on just by clicking on this button over here whenever you want to. And then we have a shape effect. There are a couple of presets which you'll be able to apply. We have different categories: shadow, reflection, glow, soft edges, bevel, 3D rotation, and everything. Select up the part and it will be applied on your element or your object. If you want to extend up drawings, you can also extend it up and the same format shape option will appear up. You can also select up on any of these objects, click on this, and the same option opens up. Now let's move on to the next section of our home menu. First off, we have find. If you want to find anything, maybe I want to find DGF. Find next, and there we go, we have DGF. Now the next thing what I want to search over here is maybe I want to search for, let's say, a freeform. Free, find it because there is no specific text. Now, what if you want to replace anything? So if I type in over here, replace it, or maybe I'm going to copy this, Control-C, paste it, and I want to replace it with orange. So I'm going to match the case. And if I find next, there we go. It has been found already. And I can also anytime You can also find the whole words only, and you can also, the next option which we have is replace fonts. Have. First font we have over here, select this up, Calibri body. So what I'm going to do is replace over here, and I'm going to search for Calibri body. There we go. Calibri. And what I want to do is I want to change it to a different type of font. Maybe this one I'm going to replace it. There we go. It has been changed. So you'll be able to change up like by searching the fonts too. The next option we have is select. You can select all of these items, and the easiest way to select items on your keyboard is pressing on Control and A. And all of the items, including text boxes, will be selected. So if I apply another text box, so I'm going to apply text box and I'm going to apply a couple of text, Control A, and all has been selected. You can also click on this arrow over here. You can also select objects only. So if I click on select objects, and the objects will be selected. So if I click on this, or maybe select on this and select objects, you'll be able to select any object, and you will also be able to customize it anytime you want to. Then we have a selection pane, which is basically going to open it up and also close off the selection pane. And you can also fix up where the orientation you want it to be, at the bottom, or is it at the top? You can use these buttons to fix up the orientation or the listed order too. Then we have is add-ins. So add-ins are basically a type of extension which you can apply in PowerPoint or any suite of Microsoft Office. So it is basically available on all Microsoft Office suites. So in case, you can see at the right corner, we have ChatGPT PowerPoint. This is also an extension which I basically use in PowerPoint to actually save up a lot of time on my projects. So what happens is that basically if you want to use any feature that is basically not functional or given in PowerPoint, but you want to increase that functionality and want to do that process inside of PowerPoint, you basically apply add-ins or extensions. It basically increases the functionality of your software. So you can see on mine or my screen that I have ChatGPT PowerPoint. So basically what happens is that I am able to use ChatGPT on PowerPoint directly without having to open up ChatGPT on any browser or even on any other device. So even if I close this off, I'll be able to use any other ones. So if I open up or click on add-ins, first off, you have to make sure that you are connected to the internet and you have this my add-ins over here. So just in case, I have emoji keyboard, which is basically used to increase my functionality by applying emoji keyboard or emoji emoticons on my projects. So if I open up emoji keyboard, it's going to open up a platform for me from where I'll be able to use my emojis. I'm going to wait for a bit until it actually appears up on my screen so that I can show you as an example. So you can see I have my signal, which is basically telling me that it is opening up. So this is basically how it looks like. From here, you'll be able to use any emoticon. You can also see text option over here. So basically, it's going to open up any functionality which you want to increase onto your platform. So if I just go off on home and if I click on add-ins, you'll be able to search more add-ins inside the store. So it's going to open up Office add-in store. From here, you'll be able to download any of these extensions and apply it. So maybe if I want to use web viewer or want to increase the functionality to PowerPoint, so I can just click on add and I'm going to agree to it. And if I just press on continue, it's going to download it up onto my platform and it's going to increase up the functionality of PowerPoint with web viewer. Okay, so there we go. We have the web viewer over here. You'll be able to use it and you will also be able to remove it anytime you want to. So here you're going to paste your Wikipedia or whichever link it is, and it's going to open it up and you'll be able to preview it anytime you want to. So if I want to preview this org, so I'm going to click on preview and it's going to open up that site for me. And from here, I'll be able to use it. And I can also go back, like maybe I can also close this off, delete, go off to add-ins. I'm going to click on more add-ins. And here I'm going to click on web viewer again. And maybe this time I want to use Chrome. So I'm going to apply Chrome instead of Wikipedia. So I'm going to wait until it appears up on my screen. There we go. HTTPS www.googlechrome.com. I'm just going to put in chrome.com. And if I just click on preview, it's going to preview that page for me. And you can see we have the web page. And I'm just going to put in whatever link I want, and it's going to open up on my device. Okay. You can also try putting in Google Chrome if you want to, and it will basically open up on your screen. You can also remove it anytime you want to. There we go. We have opened up Chrome, and basically you'll be able to use it. You can download it from here. You can also get it. You can see over here. And you can also scroll for more, but you will not be able to use the full functionality of it right now. Okay, so that is basically it in this class. We have learned everything about drawing, editing, and also add-ins of Microsoft PowerPoint inside of our home menu. And in our next class, we're going to start off with tables and images, which is going to basically help you to create tables, customize it, and also apply images and also customize images inside of your PowerPoint presentation. So thank you for watching this video up till the very end, and hope you understood about everything in this class. If you have any confusion or any question about any part of this lesson, feel free to ask me anytime. I'm always there to help you out. So without any further ado, let's move on to our next class of PowerPoint.